you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the foghorn to signal it's time for football. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
On play action, here's May. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Ball security, a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he makes.
J.K. Dobbins! Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that.
And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense ready now for their second drive. They'll start out first down and 10. He'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Brandon Jones comes up with the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Now, the former Buckeye, it's Travion Henderson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
He finds Hollins on the ground. A gain there of 11. Good for a Patriots first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall.
Just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. A run, and this is Henderson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Broncos offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Throwing, Nix. The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall, but after suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left, and for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
That's good.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a play...
Now Mike Vrabel none too happy with that last decision, and out comes the challenge flag.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. 1st and 10. Nick's going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They bring the tight end in motion. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Robert Spillane spills him there.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Now it's Dobbins, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
On the return is Jones. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Patriots offense about ready to take over once more. So far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. On first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 6-0 is our score. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Off the play fake, here's Meg. Look wide, get this one complete, and he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively, bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Patriots are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregalis to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line, he's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. A run with Dobbins. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's Dobbins. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Broncos.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. The quarterback could have handed it, he could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Play action now. It's Nix. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Floyd Franklin, the intended target. And that'll set up fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Patriots offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is May. This is taken in by Dobbs. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. And in motion is Brown. May, little pop pass to the receiver. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
And these are the tough yards you judge a back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that first down by about a yard or 2.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I can promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down. They'll run. Stevenson. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Broncos offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. To throw is Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. New England going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now as he's on to punt for Denver. This is taken at the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense going to take over here in the final minute of this 1st half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. Pass caught right side by Henry. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
May to throw on 2nd down. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. To throw is May. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Snow continuing to fall as we get set for the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Open is Troutman downfield. He's got it. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A short one into the hands of Troutman. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Throwing is Nix. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
He'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Patriots offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's May. He'll step up and run. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On the give, this is Stevenson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
2nd and inches. We'll go right back to Stevenson. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. They get 24 on that one. First down, New England.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On first down, they'll stay with Stevenson on the ground. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. May going to look to throw. That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Well, the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. Here's Nix to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming out.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
Loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. On second down, it's May. He finds Hollins on the ground. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
At the 31-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can, and now being first and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Stevenson trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
For the lead, here is third and goal. They'll go with the sneak, and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Great. May. Touchdown, New England. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The PAT, up and good. And the Pats open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the zone read, this is Nix. And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short game.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
He'll give it to Dobbins. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Nix from the gun on third down. He finds his man, Troutman. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Denver first down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they'll come up for 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. He will air this out. Looking for Sutton. That's caught. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal. A run with Dobbins. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Patriots 10.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the run is Stevenson. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
It is 2nd and a yard. They'll run here. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. New England going to take their 2nd timeout. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
And inches at their 48-yard line.
Now 2nd and inches. Man in motion is Brown. Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. That's to Dobbs again. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He'll get this one complete to Brown.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
We'll see how they want to play this. It's 3rd down. To throw again is May. This one up top for Dobbs. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. So a big spot looming here for Andres Borregales. This to force overtime. He banged this one, and he's got it. Gets it from long distance. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime. Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. Marvin Mims now from his own end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Dobbins. Whoa. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime.